Hey book nerds, welcome back to my channel, dbooknerd. My name is Denise, and this video is dedicated to talking about the books that I read in October, November, and December of 2024. Hey book nerds. Okay, so what I'm talking about are the books that I read in the last part of 2024. That's October, November, and December. And there are not that many. So you all know, if you've watched previous videos, there was a lot going on from September on. And so with lifing, I just didn't read a lot, sometimes didn't want to read a lot. So it was just, just a really hard time. But anyway, I did get some reading in, and thankfully the books that I did read were good. So that's a good thing. And I thank you all again for your patience with me during kind of me being really choppy at the end of the year. So first I have Frida McFadden's The Boyfriend. If you remember, I was really excited about this book coming out. It was one of my anticipated reads for the second half of the year. And this is of course a psychological thriller by one of the best in psychological thrillers, I would say. And my sister and I were buddy reading this. So I started this book in October. I can't remember. It was early October. Of course, then things happened and I wasn't reading the book. So what would usually take me a week to read, this took me like a month or 2 months, something crazy. I think I finished this book sometime in November. So Frida McFadden, it never takes me that long to read, but that's okay. Anyway, I did enjoy this book. Was it my favorite Frida McFadden book? No. Was it a good book? Yes. I think I gave it like 4 stars. And this book is about Sydney, who is a single woman. And she, I think, goes on like a dating app or something like that. And she ends up meeting this ideal man. He's a doctor and, all of this. And she meets him, and then women are coming up missing or dead. And she is starting to suspect that he is the one that is killing them, okay? So you have your typical Frida McFadden twists and turns in this book. You don't know who in the world is the killer. You just do not know. And the twist at the end of this is so good to me. I think this was one of the best twists. Even though I said this wasn't necessarily my favorite book, it's just because it could have been the headspace I was in, but sometimes it just seemed to drag on a little bit for me, but still very good. Very intriguing, interesting characters all around. Yeah, just a really good book. This one's kind of gory too, so, just a heads up on that. This one is gory, but a good Frida McFadden book nonetheless. The next book that I read is called The Love Script, and this book is by Tony Shiloh. This is a romance. It's a Christian romance, and this is either the second or third book that I've read by this particular author, and I like Tony Shiloh. This was definitely intrigued me because of the cover. We see that. I like things that look Hollywoodish. So you see like the nice blue sky, you see the palm trees, and you see like a strobe light and all of this. So this book does take place in Los Angeles. It is based kind of in the Hollywood scene. It is about a woman. Her name is, I believe, Nevaeh. Yes, Nevaeh, and she's a hairstylist. Her dream is to become a hairstylist like for celebrities, like working on movie sets and doing things like that. And in the meantime, as she's working towards that dream, she's kind of doing hair at a salon part-time and then doing it at people's homes. Well, one of the homes that she does hair at is the home of the sexiest man alive, and his name is Lamont. Okay, so Lamont, and he's the sexiest man alive and a big actor. I think they have him like Denzel level in this book. But Lamont is also he's a proclaimed Christian. He shares his beliefs, his faith, and how he tries to live that out. And so I don't know why he shared this, but for some reason he shared, I guess, that he's celibate or something like that. And he had another relationship where it wasn't Christian. And so he kind of put it out there that he's turning his life around and not doing all that anymore. And so, but him and Nevaeh end up in a picture together that looks compromising. Okay, so with that, his agent and everybody are freaking out. You're ruining your brand. You're supposed to have this wholesome brand, and so for some reason the agent thought it a great idea that he and Nevaeh need to fake date and put it out there that they are being not doing anything out of bounds while they're fake dating or while they're dating. That's what the world is supposed to know, and the paparazzi and all that. And that's supposed to bring, his brand back and help people stop talking about him and tweeting about him and all of that. So it's fake dating, and I do like that particular trope. So that was good. And I like their relationship. I like their chemistry and all of that in this book. It's a good book. Some of it maybe felt a little slow for me, but overall it was great. I felt like the reason that they had to fake date was a little bit of a stretch, but it's a romantic comedy book, so that's okay. We don't have to be totally realistic, and hey, there might be other reasons less than this that people decide to fake date. So anyway, Nevaeh had to deal with dating somebody in the limelight, and if she could handle that. He had to deal with, again, the backlash of people questioning him and what he proclaims to be, being a hypocrite and all of that. They're trying to work together. Nevaeh is a plus-size person, or at least full-figured or curvy, so they bring that up a lot. I do like that this, Hollywood actor may end up falling in love with this woman that is plus size and not your typical runway looking person, the person on the red carpet that you would see him with. So really good. Again, I really like their chemistry in this. I like, just like this book overall, a good wholesome book. The next book and the final one that I have is called The Christmas Cookie Wars. And I think you all heard me talk about this as well. Well, I know you did if you watched the videos prior. It was one of my anticipated reads for the second part of the year. This book is by Eliza Evans, and of course it's a Christmas book. I forgot to say, I did say the author for the love script. Sorry about that. But yeah, so this is a Christmas book. I was really looking forward to it. I was supposed to read several Christmas books in December, but didn't. I finished the love script probably sometime in December. So, it went way into December. This I started late. It might have been on Christmas, right before Christmas, something like that. But this was awesome and a great way for me to end the year. This book was so cute. It literally had me laughing out loud, and I love that. It is just full of Christmas and cookies and wit. I just think the author writes really well. I loved it. I gave this book actually a 5 stars. And I saw some other reviews, and other people didn't give it that high of a ranking, but I don't know, I loved it. So I tend not to always go with the flow of a lot of people. But this book is about Melody Monroe, and she's a single mom of twins. They're boys. I think they're 10 years old. And they go to an elementary school, and they're always getting in trouble. And their principal, his name is Jonathan, I believe. And Jonathan is their principal, and I forgot the last name. And, so of course Melody is always having to go talk to Jonathan with her boys in the office. And Jonathan, in Melody's mind, is talking down to her, looking at her like she can't keep her kids under control and all of this. So anyway, what ends up happening is, for some reason, the Christmas Cookie Committee gets disbanded, and somehow this Christmas Cookie Committee is linked to the school, but yet they do community events. So there's all these cookie events that go on in this town. So think Hallmark movie. This is very much Hallmark movie. So it's like a small town, they're having all these Christmassy cookie things that happen and all of these traditions. And now that's disbanded. So Melody decides that because her kids are starting not to be as interested in Christmas, they already don't believe in Santa Claus, and she's getting sad, and she wants to bring back the traditions that they, get them excited about the traditions that they grew up on, and with their dad who has deceased and all of that. So anyway, so she thinks getting on this cookie committee, getting them excited with it, is going to help them enjoy Christmas again and be excited about traditions. And so she does it, and she feels that Jonathan, the principal, is looking at her like, can you really do this? And so we kind of go from there. There's competition with her and Jonathan in it with the cookies. There is events that take place in the community that get sabotaged, that deal with Christmas cookies. There's traditions that she has in her family that she creates, and they're doing all these things before Christmas. I mean, it just really, again, speaks to Hallmark Christmas movies, which I love. And so, of course, this is an enemies to lovers book, and they did a great job to me. I did like their relationship. I really liked it. I liked the quirkiness, and I liked that they made both of them, but especially the principal, is very multi-layered, or at least you think he's one way and then you get to know him and he's another way. I like it has kind of a blended family type theme to it, and as you can see by the hands, it even has a mixed couple theme, so you have that. They don't make a big deal about it, but it just is. But just a really great book. So I enjoyed this one and was happy to end again in the year of 2024 with something that was light, fun, and that literally made me laugh. It was cute, clean romance. Of course, Tony Shiloh's a Christian romance, so that was clean. And just, right up my alley for that. So those are the 3 books that I finished out 2024 with, and from October to December. Again, not a lot. I think my total book count was 21 books. My goal is usually at least 24, so I almost made it. Again, that's okay. You have to just kind of roll with the punches, and that's life. But anyway, I do plan on reading 24 books at least this year, and I'm looking forward to sharing my part 2 of my anticipated books, because I found more that I'm anticipating in terms of new releases for 2025. With that, I thank you for watching. I thank you for subscribing. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe, hit notifications, and be blessed and be book nerdy, and Happy New Year.